Have you ever judged someone based solely on their appearance, only to discover how wrong your initial impression was? Today's story will take you on a thrilling journey that teaches us the valuable lesson of looking beyond appearances and finding kindness in unexpected places. Hello there, English learners and story enthusiasts. Welcome back to LMJ English, where we explore captivating stories that not only entertain, but also help you improve your English skills. I'm your host, and today I'm excited to share with you the story of Lost in the Night, a train ride to Naira, a tale of misconceptions, fear, and unexpected friendships. Before we dive into this fascinating story, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our weekly stories that are designed to enhance your English comprehension while keeping you entertained. Now, let's embark on this journey together as we follow young Anna on her first solo train adventure that takes an unexpected turn. A journey of firsts. Anna had been counting down the days until her first solo train journey to visit her aunt in Naira. The night before her departure, excitement and nervousness kept her wide awake, tossing and turning in her bed as she imagined all the possibilities of traveling alone. When morning finally arrived, her father's voice called from downstairs. "Come on, Anna. It's time to get up. It's a long way to the station." Anna jumped out of bed and quickly got dressed, her hands trembling slightly as she buttoned her coat. The butterflies in her stomach prevented her from eating breakfast, despite her father's insistence. "You should eat something," he urged, but Anna simply shook her head. Her mind was too preoccupied with thoughts of the journey ahead. The walk to the station was long and winding, taking them through the quiet village and along country paths. Anna and her father barely spoke, each lost in their own thoughts. By the time they reached the station at midday, Anna's legs were tired, but her mind was alert with anticipation. The station was smaller than she had imagined, with just a simple platform and a small waiting area. When the train finally pulled into the station, Anna was surprised to see it was nearly empty. Her father helped her aboard, lifting her small suitcase onto the rack above her seat. As she settled into the worn velvet seat, a wave of fear washed over her. This was really happening, her first journey away from home, alone in a world much bigger than her small village. "Your aunt will meet you at Naira," her father reassured her, his voice firm but gentle. "Be careful now, Anna. Don't talk to any strangers." His last piece of advice echoed in her mind as the train whistle blew, signaling its imminent departure. With a sudden jerk, the train began to move, slowly at first, then gathering speed as it pulled away from the station. Anna pressed her face against the window, watching her father grow smaller and smaller until he was just a tiny dot on the platform, and then nothing at all. The countryside began to rush past, green fields, scattered trees, distant villages and farm animals grazing peacefully. The rhythmic clacking of the train tracks eventually lulled Anna into a state of drowsiness, her eyelids growing heavy as the long, sleepless night caught up with her. Despite her determination to stay awake and not miss her stop, Anna slowly drifted into a deep sleep, a frightening awakening. The sudden jolt of the train hitting a rough section of track startled Anna awake. Disoriented, she blinked rapidly, trying to gather her bearings. The first thing she noticed was that darkness had fallen outside the window. How long had she been asleep? Panic began to rise in her chest as she realized she might have missed her stop. The second thing she noticed made her heart nearly stop. She was no longer alone in the carriage. Sitting across from her was a man with an intimidating appearance. He was large and muscular, with very short hair and, most strikingly, a long, jagged scar that ran down one side of his face. His rough features seemed to be molded from years of hardship, and in Anna's frightened state, he appeared dangerous. "Hello," the man said with a smile that didn't quite soften his harsh features. "You're awake now, are you? Where are you going?" His voice was deep and gravelly, matching his appearance. Anna remembered her father's warning about not talking to strangers. She remained silent, pressing herself against the window, trying to create as much distance as possible between herself and this intimidating figure. "Are you going to Polona?" the man persisted, leaning slightly forward in his seat. The mention of an unfamiliar place made Anna break her silence. "No, to Naira," she replied, her voice barely audible. The man's next words filled her with dread. "Naira? But we passed Naira 2 hours ago. You were asleep." Anna felt as if the floor had dropped from beneath her. She had missed her stop. Her aunt would be waiting at the station, probably worried sick by now. Tears welled up in her eyes as she confronted this terrible situation. She had no money for a return ticket, no way to contact her aunt, and she was now in the company of a stranger who looked like he belonged in a prison rather than on a passenger train. "We passed Naira?" she asked weakly, hoping desperately that she had misheard. "Yes," the man confirmed, watching her closely. "Don't worry," he added, seeming to sense her distress. "I'll help you. What's your name?" Against her better judgment, Anna answered, "Anna." "My name is Sam," the man said. "You can trust me, Anna." Trust him? How could she possibly trust this scarred, intimidating stranger? Anna studied him more carefully. Despite his unsettling appearance, there was something in his eyes that seemed kind. However, before she could decide whether to accept his help, her gaze fell on a newspaper lying on the seat beside Sam. The back page featured a photograph that made her blood run cold. It was Sam's face staring back at her from the newspaper under a headline that read, "This man is a dangerous fighter." The words confirmed her worst fears. Sam wasn't just intimidating in appearance. According to the newspaper, he was actually dangerous. He was some kind of criminal, and Anna was trapped in a train carriage with him, miles from anyone who could help her. A surprising detour. As the train began to slow down, Sam stood up and looked out of the window. Anna's mind raced with possible escape plans. Could she run past him when the doors opened? Would anyone at the station help her if she screamed? "We're coming into Polona now," Sam announced, turning back to face her. "Stay with me. I'll help you." The train lurched to a stop, and Anna saw her chance. She jumped up and darted toward the door, desperate to escape this dangerous man. But the heavy train door wouldn't budge under her frantic efforts. Before she could figure out how to open it, she felt Sam's presence behind her. "I'll open it," he said, reaching around her to push the mechanism that unlocked the door. Anna's heart pounded as she stepped onto the platform, considering making a run for it. Her plans were cut short at the station exit when an official stopped her. "Where's your ticket?" he demanded. "This ticket is for Naira," she explained hurriedly. "I fell asleep. I passed Naira. I haven't got any money. I'll pay," came Sam's voice from behind her. Anna felt trapped. Sam had followed her and was now offering to pay her fare. "Thank you, sir," the official said, clearly impressed by Sam's generosity. "Come with me, Anna." Anna wanted nothing more than to run away. But where would she go? Polona was a big town, unfamiliar to her, and it was already dark. Despite her fear of Sam, she was even more afraid of being alone in a strange city at night. Reluctantly, she followed as Sam called a taxi. "Get in, Anna," he instructed. Too exhausted and overwhelmed to resist, Anna complied. "The Boxer Hotel," Sam told the driver, and they set off through the busy streets of Polona. The taxi journey provided Anna with her first glimpse of the city. Wide streets filled with cars, brightly lit shops, and crowds of people going about their evening activities. Eventually, The taxi turned into a smaller, darker street and stopped in front of a modest building with a faded sign that read Boxer Hotel. After Sam paid the driver, Anna hesitated. Every instinct told her not to follow this stranger into the hotel, but her options were limited. She was tired, lost, and had no money. Even if she tried to run, Sam was much stronger and faster. With a heavy heart, she followed him inside. The hotel lobby contained a small cafe that didn't look particularly clean or inviting. Two rough-looking men were drinking and playing cards at one of the tables. When they spotted Sam, one of them called out, "Hello, Sam. Come and have a drink." "Who's the pretty girl?" Sam took off his coat and sat down with the men. "Hello, Tino." "Hello, Bubs," he said casually. "This is Anna. She's lost." The man called Tino looked at Anna and laughed. "Lost, is she? Poor Anna. You're a lucky man, Sam. Have a drink." Anna's fear intensified. What kind of people were these? What were they planning to do with her? Sam gave her a chair, and she sat down reluctantly, trying to appear calmer than she felt. Tino pushed a glass of wine toward her, but she pushed it away. She was afraid they might have put something in it to drug her. Hungry but cautious, Anna was relieved when Sam ordered dinner. When the food arrived, Bubs put some on a plate for her. It looked and smelled delicious, and despite her reservations, her hunger won out. She ate quickly, finishing everything on her plate. The men watched her with amusement, which only added to her unease. "Come on, Anna," Sam said when she had finished eating. "You're tired. You must go to bed now." He took her arm and led her toward the stairs. "Lock her doors, Sam," Tino called after them. "There are bad men in Polona. You must keep her safe." As Sam escorted her to a bedroom upstairs, Anna's heart raced. What was going to happen to her? Despite Tino's words about keeping her safe, she didn't feel safe at all. "Good night, Anna," Sam said as he led her into a small, shabby room. "Don't worry. You're safe here." Then he left, closing the door behind him. To Anna's horror, she heard the key turn in the lock from the outside. She was a prisoner. Alone in the locked room, Anna sat on the bed and cried. Downstairs, she could hear the men's voices and laughter. After a long time, exhaustion overtook her, and she fell into a troubled sleep. The truth revealed. Anna woke late the next morning to sunlight streaming through the dirty window. Looking outside, she noticed the waiter from the cafe sitting in the street, smoking and reading a newspaper. A desperate plan formed in her mind. On a small table in the corner of the room, she found a pen. She picked up a piece of paper from the floor and hastily wrote a note. "Please help me. I want to go to Naira. My aunt is waiting for me there. I must escape from here. I have no money and no friends." Anna, with a silent prayer, she tossed the note out of the window. The waiter picked it up, read it, and looked up at Anna. For a moment, hope flared in her chest as he smiled at her. But then he disappeared into the hotel, and Anna's hope turned to dread as she heard footsteps approaching her room. The door unlocked, and the waiter entered. Anna's eyes darted past him, hoping to see a policeman behind him. Instead, she saw Sam holding her note in his hand. "Good afternoon, Anna," Sam said pleasantly, as if nothing was amiss. "You've slept very late. You must be hungry. Come and have some food. We're going soon." The waiter smiled at Sam, and Anna realized with disappointment that he had betrayed her to Sam. They were all in this together, whatever this was. Anna followed Sam downstairs, where food was waiting, but she refused to eat or drink anything, afraid it might be drugged. Sam stepped outside briefly to speak with someone, then returned to fetch Anna. "Come on, Anna. We must go now," he said. A taxi was waiting outside, and once again, Anna found herself following Sam, feeling she had no choice. "Where are we going?" she ventured to ask as the taxi pulled away. Sam gave her a mysterious smile that twisted his scarred face. "I'll take you to your aunt later. First, I have an important job to do." The taxi stopped in front of a large building with a crowd gathering outside. A notice board displayed the words, "Today at 3 o'clock, Sam the Fighter versus Danny the Tiger." Suddenly, everything clicked into place in Anna's mind. The newspaper headline calling Sam a dangerous fighter hadn't meant he was a criminal. It meant he was a boxer. The Boxer Hotel, his friends, even his scarred appearance, it all made sense now. Sam wasn't a kidnapper or a criminal. He was a professional boxer with an important match today. Relief flooded through Anna as she followed Sam into the building, which turned out to be a large boxing arena with seats surrounding a central ring. Tino and Bubs were waiting for them inside. "Stay here, Anna," Sam instructed. "Tino and Bubs will look after you. I must go now." As Sam turned to leave, Anna felt a surge of gratitude and embarrassment for having misjudged him so completely. "Good luck, Sam," she said, smiling at him for the first time since they'd met. Tino and Bubs led Anna to a seat right beside the ring. As they waited for the match to begin, the two men talked excitedly about Sam's boxing prowess. "Sam's going to win," Tino declared confidently. "He's the best fighter in the country. Everybody likes him," Bubs added. "Sam's a great boxer, and he's a good man too." Tino then shared a story that changed Anna's perception of Sam completely. One night, Sam was asleep in bed when he heard shouts in the street. A house was on fire, and there was a child trapped inside. Sam ran into the burning building and saved the child, but he was badly hurt. His face was burned, and he got that bad scar. Anna listened in silent amazement. The scar that had made Sam look so frightening to her was actually a mark of his heroism. She had completely misjudged him based on his appearance, assuming the worst when he had only ever tried to help her. The champion's victory. The boxing arena was packed with spectators, all buzzing with excitement. Vendors moved through the crowd selling snacks and drinks. The anticipation was palpable as everyone awaited the appearance of the fighters. "Is the fight going to start soon?" Anna asked, now genuinely interested in seeing Sam compete. "Yes," Tino confirmed. "It will start very soon." The crowd suddenly erupted into chants of Sam. "Sam! We want Sam!" As Sam climbed into the ring wearing boxing shorts and gloves. He raised his hands in acknowledgement, and the audience cheered even louder. His opponent, Danny, soon joined him in the ring. Danny was younger than Sam, but looked equally strong and determined. The referee called both fighters to the center of the ring for final instructions. Then they shook hands and returned to their corners. A bell rang, signaling the start of the match. Anna watched, completely enthralled, as the two men circled each other. Danny was quick, but Sam was quicker, dodging many of Danny's attempted punches with impressive agility. Sam's longer reach allowed him to land several solid hits, but Danny proved resilient, refusing to go down. As the fight progressed, Anna found herself gripping the edge of her seat, totally invested in Sam's performance. She noticed that Sam was beginning to tire, his movements becoming slightly slower. When Danny landed a powerful blow to Sam's face, drawing blood from his nose and nearly closing one of his eyes, Anna couldn't contain herself. "Sam! Sam!" she shouted, joining the crowd's chants. "Come on, Sam. Watch out." Despite his injuries, Sam summoned his remaining strength and charged forward, delivering a devastating punch that knocked Danny to the canvas. The referee began counting as Danny struggled unsuccessfully to get back on his feet. When the count reached 10, the match was over. Sam had won. The crowd went wild, jumping to their feet and cheering. Anna found herself laughing and clapping with joy. "Well done, Sam." "Well done," she shouted, though her voice was lost in the general uproar. Tino and Bubs escorted Anna to the dressing room, where Sam was recovering from the fight. "Hello, Sam," Anna said, beaming with admiration. "You were great." Sam looked surprised by her enthusiasm. "Hello, Anna." You're different now. You didn't talk to me before. I'm sorry, Sam, Anna said sincerely. I was frightened. I know. Sam nodded understandingly. I'm big and ugly, and you were frightened. But I'm not a criminal, Anna. I'm sorry, Sam, Anna repeated, feeling ashamed of her earlier judgment. I was wrong. I'm not frightened now. Sam's bruised face broke into a pleased smile. Come on, Anna, he said. We'll go to Naira now. Your aunt is waiting for you. A promise to return. After saying goodbye to Tino and Bubs, Anna got into yet another taxi with Sam. But this time there was no fear, only gratitude and a newfound friendship. During a long journey to Naira, they talked continuously, with Anna asking numerous questions about Sam's boxing career and life. When they finally reached Naira late that night, Sam, who knew the area, quickly located Anna's aunt's house. They knocked on the door, which was opened almost immediately by Anna's aunt, her face streaked with tears of worry. Oh, Anna, Anna, she cried with relief. Thank God you were here at last. Then, noticing Sam with his battered face from the boxing match, she asked with concern, Anna, who is this man? Auntie, Anna explained quickly, don't be angry. This is Sam. I fell asleep on the train and passed Naira station. Sam helped me. He took me to a hotel and brought me to Naira in a taxi. Anna's aunt looked at Sam more carefully, then suddenly excused herself and ran inside. She returned moments later, holding a newspaper featuring Sam's photograph. Are you Sam the boxer? She asked, her expression changing to one of recognition and awe. Yes, I am, Sam confirmed simply. To Anna's surprise, her aunt's demeanor transformed completely. She was clearly impressed to have a celebrity in her home. Come in, Sam, she invited warmly. Please sit down. Will you have some tea? As they sat together in her aunt's cozy living room, Anna remained quiet, savoring the happy resolution to her adventure. Her aunt chatted animatedly with Sam, laughing often and clearly enjoying his company. When it grew late, Sam rose to leave. I must go now, Anna, he said, turning to her with a gentle smile. Can I come and see you again? Yes, Sam, Anna replied without hesitation, returning his smile with genuine warmth. After all they had been through together, the thought of seeing Sam again filled her with happiness. As Sam departed, Anna reflected on the extraordinary journey that had begun with fear and misconception, but ended with friendship and understanding. She had learned an invaluable lesson about looking beyond appearances and finding kindness in the most unexpected places. Thank you for joining us for this captivating journey of Lost in the Night, a train ride to Naira. I hope you enjoyed following Anna's adventure and the valuable lesson it teaches us about not judging others based solely on their appearance. If you found this story engaging and helpful for your English learning journey, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with friends who are also learning English, and leave a comment below telling us what you learned from this story or what other stories you'd like to hear in the future. Remember, the best way to improve your English is through consistent practice and exposure to natural language and context, just like the stories we share here on LMJ English. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll never miss our weekly stories that are designed to make your English learning journey both enjoyable and effective. Until next time, keep reading, keep listening, and keep improving your English one story at a time. This is LMJ English, where learning happens through the power of storytelling. See you in our next adventure. Key vocabulary from Lost in the Night, a train ride to Naira. Nervous, adjective feeling worried about what might happen. Anna was nervous about her first train journey alone. Journey, noun an act of traveling from one place to another, especially when they are far apart. The train journey was very long and tiring. Frightened, adjective afraid or feeling fear. Anna was frightened when she woke up and saw the stranger. Criminal, noun a person who has committed a crime. Anna mistakenly thought Sam was a criminal when she saw his photo in the newspaper. Dangerous, adjective able or likely to cause harm. Anna thought Sam looked dangerous because of his scarred face. Trust, verb to believe that someone is good and honest and will not harm you. You can trust me, Anna, Sam said, but she wasn't sure if she should. Escape, verb to get away from a place where you are in danger or held captive. Anna tried to escape from Sam when the train stopped at Polona. Taxi, noun a car with a driver that people pay to take them somewhere. Sam called a taxi to take them to the hotel. Locked, verb secured something with a lock so that it cannot be opened. Sam locked the door from outside, making Anna feel like a prisoner. Boxer, noun a person who takes part in the sport of boxing. Anna discovered that Sam was a famous boxer, not a criminal. Scar, noun a mark left on the skin after a wound has healed. Sam had a long scar on his face from rescuing a child from a fire. Ring, noun in boxing, an elevated square platform surrounded by ropes where matches take place. The boxing match took place in a ring surrounded by spectators. Opponent, noun a person who competes against another in a contest. Danny was Sam's opponent in the boxing match. Referee, noun an official who watches a game or match closely to ensure that the rules are adhered to. The referee counted to 10 after Danny fell down. Champion, noun a person who has defeated all opponents in a competition. Everyone cheered for Sam because he was their champion. Bruised, adjective having bruises, marked by areas where the skin is discolored from an injury. Sam's face was bruised after the fight. Misconception, noun a wrong or inaccurate idea or impression. Anna's misconception about Sam being dangerous caused her unnecessary fear. Judgment, noun the ability to make considered decisions or form sensible opinions. Anna learned not to base her judgment solely on appearances. Heroism, noun great bravery. Sam's scar was a mark of his heroism from saving a child from a burning building. Grateful, adjective feeling or showing thanks because someone has done something kind for you. Anna was grateful to Sam for helping her get back to Naira.